Uh-huh. And what gives you that idea?
I just found his secret hideout.
How did she find my hideout?
Now, there are only a few forms of perfection in this world. Basketball, chicken from your local chicken shop, and of course, entertainment. And I can comfortably say chicken is my shit. But seriously, I wanted to bring your attention to one of the best, most influential, motivational, aspirational, audationals movies of all time. I rewatched this flick a couple days ago and I realized it's so much better than I remember. It's amazing. This is hands down one of the greatest superhero or supervillain movies to ever exist. The one, the only, Megamind. And Megamind is top 3 DreamWorks movies of all time. It's golden. It's right up there with Madagascar 2 and the first one, I'll be honest, I can't choose. It's either between How to Train Your Dragon 1 and Kung Fu Panda 1. Because these two are definitely hitting the #1 spot for me. They're revolutionary, man. But we're getting off topic here. Megamind is different. It's rich in storytelling. It was one of the first movies to have a primary focus on the villain instead of the casual superhero story. It had tragedy. It had a good story arc. It had romance. It had great side characters and everything. Oh my days, I love this movie, man. So I thought for this video, I could go over one of the greatest movies of our generation and show you, man, why this is legendary and it should be a top 10 in everybody's movie ranking. So without any more talking, let's do it, man. So our story begins at the dawn of time. The universe was just created, civilizations were being built up and thriving. Peter Griffin just invented the wheel, and Megamind's planet was about to get sucked into a black hole. So his parents get him into an escape pod alongside his Binky and one of the greatest henchmen in all of supervillain history. This guy is the GOAT. He's one of the greatest side characters to ever exist and he's just dope as hell. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm speaking about none other than Minion. And you know who voices Minion? Uncle Ian from Alvin and the Chipmunks. Let's go! Then Megamind makes his way to Earth and right beside him is another kid who also got put in a pod to escape his home world, Baby Metro Man. And you can already tell these men were never gonna see eye to eye. They were destined to be against one another. Look how Megamind was on his way to Earth. They hold him. Baby Metro Man bumped this guy out of living a luxurious lifestyle. He's a hater. So when Megamind made it to Earth, his childhood was rough. He was raised in a prison full of bad men who probably committed some of the craziest crimes of all time. He got influenced at a young age to be a part of criminal activity. And the worst bit of it all is that he was born from an alien race of people that were born bald, man. That's criminal. That's just mad upsetting for real. But the one pro Megamind had to his life is that he was a genius. He escaped prison as a baby, freeing a bunch of criminals in the process. He built a suit for Minion that shoots lasers, and he built his dehydration gun, which turns you into a blue cube. He was a child prodigy, man. And hold up, I just realized something. Why the hell is the school right next to prison? Who decided that? That makes no sense. Whoever did that, you should be fired. But sadly, no one in school rocked with Megamind. Despite his gift for being super smart, they all just glazed Metro Man and always threw this man into standing in the corner if he showed them any cool shit. They just targeted the guy. So then after a long and hard time at school, Megamind decided, after being constantly ridiculed by his classmates, always being overshadowed by Metro Man and being made fun of by everybody, he decided to embrace the evil, except being a bad guy, and became the infamous villain we all know and love today. So now we move to the present, and he's currently in prison in some little daycare type room, and I was mad confused by this because what kind of prison got a solitary room like this? It's mad weird. He then has a talk with the warden, and then the warden tells him Metro Man sent him a gift, some old crusty watch, which he decided to keep and steal from Megamind. And bro, this is literally a crime. Who the hell was watching this guy? But he didn't know that Megamind was plotting something devious. The warden then gets turned into Megamind and the prison guards activate and jump this man. Then they throw him into the same cell where Megamind is actually being kept, and then he takes the watch from him and turns himself into the warden. And then my boy escapes prison flawlessly. 10 out of 10 performance, man. He's moving like this is GTA for real. It was amazing. And then we cut to seeing the fine shit. Roxanne Ritchie. And how was that too? And they're live at the scene at the Metro Man Museum opening to record it for their news network. And then Roxanne gets kidnapped. And then we go back to Megamind and Minion, and now they've made it to their secret lair. And they're holding Roxanne hostage to bring in Metro Man, who starts making his way to the place he's holding her in, only to find out he was tricked and found himself in the wrong observatory. So these men start yapping, going back and forth against one another, while Megamind is stalling for a time whilst his death ray charges to end this man's whole career. But then as these two just keep talking, something weird happens. Something so strange, something so bizarre, it doesn't make any sense, and my brain was hurting from looking at it. Metro Man starts struggling to break out the observatory, as if this isn't the same guy who one-punched a brick wall. And Megamind looks mad confused, like he doesn't know what the hell is going on. Until Metro Man reveals his deepest, darkest secret. And that is his weakness. The thing that makes him lose his powers, the object or material that makes this guy utterly trash and useless, is copper. and then he gets blown up and dies. So the GOAT has finally done it. He's beaten Metro Man. He's taken over Metro City. He's stolen Mona Lisa and money, and he's living the life every villain's ever wanted. He's free to do as he pleases and commits any heinous crime he's ever wanted to do in his life, and nobody can stop him. He's invincible. But as the time goes by, as the months start passing, everybody start adjusting, the seasons start changing, and Megamind is depressed. He feels empty, like he has no purpose to fulfill anymore, like it was taken from him. He had a short time of having fun, messing about, and doing some stupid shenanigans, but it got boring way too fast. And without a superhero like Metro Man to keep him on his toes, the guy just feels useless, man. He's a villain with no hero. It's like trying to eat a cheeseburger without the cheese. It takes away a core aspect of the burger, and now it's just bread and meat. It's trash. So while Megamind is in a sad phase of his life and is grieving heavy about this situation, he then sees Roxanne at the Metro Man Museum, and he starts panicking. So he rushes as fast as he can to go to the janitor named Bernard, then uses the watch and dehydration gun to take care of him and takes his place. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is where we see an absolute genius right here. Roxanne then helps Megamind see a vision, an idea, an epiphany, a thought that would change the man's life forever and put him back on track to become one of the greatest villains the world has ever seen. She gives him the idea to create a superhero. Give them all the same exact abilities like Metro Man, train them up to use their powers to their fullest capabilities, take somebody with a righteous heart, good morals, and a good understanding of humanity, and then fight them in a glorious battle between good and evil. And this plan is fantastic. It's foolproof. It all makes sense. And right after Megamind had this genius, intelligent level idea, the museum blows up. So now we fast forward and Megamind gets into his creative bag. He starts engineering, welding, modifying, and accessing DNA to get the perfect super soldier serum to recreate another Metro Man. And while he's going about his business and he's in his mad science workflow, Roxanne pulls up to his hideout and she starts going about exploring and investigating like she was a part of the mystery gang. So Megamind had to go about playing two people at once like he was Zack and Cody to make sure she doesn't mess with any of the shit he's got in there. Only for her to shoot the gun with the super serum, which eventually hit the man himself. How? And you see how? He's a very strange and weird guy, man. He's a very weird guy. But we'll get to speaking about that in a bit. Roxanne and Bernard eventually escape his hideout and then she takes Hal home for the day, while Megamind and Minion were following them in their invisible car to go see him as well. Now you see Hal? He's the typical nice guy. He does too much and sucks up to the girl he likes in order for him to have a chance to be with her. And the way Hal goes about it, like he's begging it, man. Like the whole time throughout the whole movie, I thought this guy was a creepy little man. It was shaky, man. It was shaky. But Megamind and Minion then follow him up to his apartment, and then Hal starts transforming, starts becoming, starts evolving, and morphs into teleporting, fat guy. No, I'm playing G. He becomes a superhero and he calls himself Titan. No, not Titan, because Titan spelled that way makes no sense, and this shit pisses me off, man. Like, if you go watch Megamind right now and put on subtitles, why does it spell his name like Titan as if you're trying to tighten your belt so you don't get pantsed by somebody? That makes no sense. Why would you give a superhero a name as if it sounds like he's struggling to put his fits on? That's trash. Oh, correct, you suck. And as the movie progresses forward, random bullshit goes on. Megamind and Minion train how to become a better superhero, and Megamind personally starts going on multiple dates with Roxanne and starts doing nice things for her, like cleaning up her childhood park or even bringing back the stuff he stole. And what can I say? My boy can pull, man. He's got game, man. He's got game. So the time is now near. He's getting closer to his debut fight with Titan. The city is becoming a lot more safer since Megamind stopped doing his heinous criminal activities, and he's getting ready for his date with the fine shit Roxanne, and he's pulling out all the stops. He's even wearing that new Jean-Paul Gaultier and I don't know what cologne that is, but it sounds classy as hell. I mean, it's in French. It probably smells mad nice too. But with Megamind putting on his cologne, Minion starts noticing him being mad suspicious lately, and finally figured out that he's going on a date with Roxanne. Then him and Megamind have a huge argument and kerfuffle between one another until Megamind says the worst thing he could ever say to his best friend. He said he doesn't need Minion anymore, which then Minion took to the heart and decided to leave the guy. And this shit broke my heart, man. Minion, no. Minion. He was so bad, bro. This guy was a prick, man. Justice for Minion, bro. He's my guy. Meanwhile, Roxanne is still trying to figure out how everything in Metro City mysteriously got better and became normal. And she's trying to see what Megamind is up to. And then she finally gets it. She puts two and two together. Her third eye has finally opened. She finally thinks outside the box and sees the word Titan. What the hell's a Titan? So Titan appears right behind Roxanne and starts talking, trying to hit that game on her. And this shit is not effective at all. He's going 0 for 0 in shots. He sucks. It was kind of embarrassing. But instead of taking the hint, he goes about harassing her and literally attempts to force save her by dropping her in the sky and picks her up constantly. This guy taking a piss, man. He was about to kill her, bro. He eventually puts her down on some big ass building, and then they start chopping it up, with Titan acting mad delusional and dumb, thinking he's got the girl, while Roxanne is literally in fear for her life. Then Titan revealed who he is And that just made the rejection even worse. Like, she doesn't want you, bro, chill. But he started tweaking, acting like it was his right to be with Roxanne since he became a superhero. And with him still getting turned down constantly by her, he just cuts and breaks the building, flying off. Like, damn, bro, it's not that deep. Like a wise man once said, you win some, you lose some. But you live. You live to fight another day. We then jump to Megamind and Roxanne's date, and it's going great. They're making good eye contact. They're both smiley and bubbly. They're drinking their champagne. It's going wonderful. And then they both lean in and kiss. And as they're kissing, she touches his watch. And she gets jump scared because he touches to Megamind. Then they both start arguing with one another, with Megamind saying what happened to judging a book by its cover. He did all of that crap, fixing the city, stopped being evil, and became a better person for her. And it's not like she didn't like him, she did. It was just that she thought he was Bernard. But that doesn't change the fact that Megamind's actions became better. And he did good by Roxanne. And shit, he even did good by the whole city. But to her, she didn't care. She straight up told him to his face she would never be with him. And then she walked off. And bro, this is sad, man. I ain't wish this on my worst enemy, and trust me, I have enemies. But damn, man, this is heartbreaking. Ain't nobody deserve to go through this, man. It's painful. So now we move to see Megamind just saying, bun it. I'm gonna be the bad guy then. He starts going through some mega suit up scene, puts on black eyeliner like he's an emo, and embraces the villainy in his blood. Gets into a giant mech suit to finally fight Titan, and this fight was gonna be for the ages. It was gonna be astronomical. It was gonna be legendary. Like Naruto and Sasuke, Godzilla and Ghidorah, Solid Snake and Liquid Ocelot. Me and not wearing shorts underneath my bottoms. I always wear shorts underneath my bottoms. It's standard procedure. But the point is, this fight was gonna be amazing. It was gonna be sick. And then he waited, and then he waited, and then he waited. Then he finally clocked that Titan wasn't coming. So he rushed all the way over to his crib and just punched his way into the house. And you can see that Megamind is mad huffy. He's pissed that Titan standing him up. But something is different this time. Something is strange. Titan's room is full of a bunch of shit he didn't have the first time we saw his place. He's got mobile bags of cash, an ATM, a flipping bike, and an arcade machine. But how did he get any of this shit? It didn't just magically appear in his room. That's weird. So that's when Megamind realized, hey, yo, Titan might be rich. He stole that shit. Titan then goes on to saying that he's tired of being a good guy, and the only reason why he became a hero was to get at Roxanne. So you mean to tell me you had no other motivation to do something good with your powers, and just because you got rejected, you became a villain? Are you horrible, man? Grow up here, bro. Titan then gives Megamind an idea of teaming up, saying they would be unstoppable and could rule the city together if they formed an alliance. And Megamind didn't rate this shit at all. The whole point of him making How a guy with powers was to be able to scrap him. And now he doesn't want to scrap. You're a waste, brother. Useless. Then Megamind decided to spew all the truth out and rage bait him, telling Titan he created him. He was also his space dad. And worst of all, that he was Bernard, the same intellectual dweeb that teethed his gal. And as soon as Titan sees all of this shit, the guy activated, wasted no time, and went straight for Megamind. And then these two get to scrapping, with Megamind hitting the crisscross on Titan. He sent him. But while these two were having their fight, Megamind was taking everything as a joke. It was light-hearted. It's all good fun to him, and it's kind of like exercise and him getting back to his good evil ways. But to Titan, he was taking this shit way too seriously. He hit the guy with a flipping triple combo on his mech and just sent this guy down into a building, breaking every floor down. He was tripping. So now Megamind is defeated, and he thought he was about to go back to prison. But Titan had other plans. The guy was about to kill him, and Megamind was like, that's not how the game works, man. You can't do this. And Titan just says, game over, bitch. So with no hesitation, Megamind hits the eject button and flies out of there, and gets carried away by his brain bots and starts skedaddling, running away from Titan. And as he's about to get killed by the man, the bots clutch and come in and dash a giant dome of copper on him, nullifying his powers and saving the day. Or not. Then Megamind just yeets himself into the subway and escapes. So right after this, he then links back with the fine shit Roxanne, and then they start chopping it up to figure out how to beat Titan, which leads them back to his old schoolhouse. And in the schoolhouse was Metromind's man cave, bat cave, Justice League type shit. I don't know, it's basically his secret base. Then they start exploring and looking around to see if they can find any clues. But then they find a single glass of water with ice in it. And that's mad weird. Why would there be ice in the cup if the place was deserted? It's not adding up here. Until they hear a noise, and as these two slowly turn around, they see something so horrific, so life-changing, so crazy, they couldn't believe it with their own two eyes. It was Metromind. The guy was alive. He's breathing, he's seeing, he's doing everything a normal person would do. Then they go on to interrogate him and ask him for an explanation. And then throughout superhero history, we get one of the most realest scenes from any superhero movie of all time. Metromind goes on to explain that he felt stuck and was tired of constantly running the same charade over and over again. He had to be what the city needed him to, and he never had what everybody else did. A choice. He was practically forced to be a superhero. Metroman was never free to even choose to be Metroman. Metroman had to be Metroman because of people like Megamind playing the villain, and that in turn forced him to play the hero. And when I look back to this scene as an adult and I can understand it more, I just relate to it heavy. Metro Man was forced to be Metro Man. And that's crazy when you think about it more. It's mad. And with this heartbreaking reasoning as to why he faked his death, Roxanne didn't give 2 shits and started throwing shit at the guy. And Megamind asked the man for his help, and Metro Man was just like, I'm done, bro. I ain't helping you. So now these guys are left with no other option. They had no more stop support and didn't have any more trump cards. They were low-key cooked. So Megamind just decided to give up. He went straight back to prison and just wanted to sit in his cell. And then he saw that Tyan kidnapped Roxanne, and then she said she needed him. So he goes asking for the warden, begging him to let him out, but he refuses. Then Megamind gets to venting about all the people he messed over, especially Minion, with how he treated him after choosing Roxanne over him and regretted it. Only to reveal that the warden the whole time was the GOAT Minion. On my days, 10 out of 10 performance. We love you, Minion, man. You're amazing. And in the next scene, we see Tyan threatening Roxanne again. And this guy is so ugly, bro. The least Megamind could have done is pat in his face for when he gave him superpowers, but he didn't. And this guy looks like arse cheeks, man. He's clapped. And whilst this guy is chatting shit to Roxanne, the GOAT Megamind appears, coming in with some flashy entrance like this is WWE. And then we get to seeing these man squabble. Megamind gets to it and saves Roxanne, while Tyan dashes the whole tower at these men while they're trying to run away from it. And like the hero he is, Megamind dashes Roxanne onto one of the shop roofs and gets knocked out. Tyan then comes to finish the job, and then we get one of the most shocking scenes in the entire movie. Tyan kicks a boss at Roxanne, and look who saves her. Metro Man. He decided to come help after all. So he goes to chase after Tyan while Roxanne stays with Megamind. But there's a twist here. It wasn't Megamind. It was Minion. And Megamind is actually Metro Man. Oh my days, when you realize this for the first time, it hits different. This shit was gas, man. It's an 11 out of 10 play here. So then he chases after Tyan and then tells the man to get out of the city for good. And then he goes. And the day is saved. The townsfolk are cheering and everybody is happy. Then Roxanne reveals to the people that it was Megamind all along, and they can't believe it. They're flabbergasted. And then Tyan comes back. Megamind throws a hefty bang in his face, and this shit didn't do nothing. Bro was legit doing the light skin stare. And while Megamind is weaving and dodging his lasers trying to avoid them, Roxanne spots the invisible car, which Megamind eventually sees for himself and gets to. He jumps straight into the car, gets the same strap that gave Tyan his powers, and Tyan breaks the car door and yeets Megamind into the sky. And while the man is falling midair, we then yet again get one of the most genius plays of all time. He hits himself with his dehydration gun, falls into the water to catch Tyan off guard, and as soon as he emerges again, he hits the man with a diffusion ray, gets rid of his powers, and ends his man's whole career. And peace has finally returned to Metrosi. Megamind is now the defender and hero, and the best part of all of this? Roxanne kissed him on the cheek, let's go! But I wanted to spend this video going over one of my favorite childhood movies. I mean, Megamind is peak fiction. So was the DreamWorks short, The Button of Doom. That shit was dope as well. And the second movie? Yo, he greenlit that shit. It's terrible. If you might agree or disagree with my opinion on Megamind being a peak fiction movie and how it definitely should make your top 10, let me know in the comments below. I appreciate and love every single one of you guys. Thank you for all your support, and I'll see you in the next one. And one more thing, Shimon.